Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Mic hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, is somebody hurt? Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. Like you thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. Like you thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Shades Tube, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is Saturday, June the 14th, 2025. It is 12:20 a.m. This is Fuccery Saturday. All right, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who's watching us in the replay. And thank you guys so much again. Let's see, you guys, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure you thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, and make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much. Let me go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across that screen, and it will be in my comment area as soon as I can put it there. Okay. So again, guys, welcome and thank you so much for coming. Happy and blessed Saturday, and I hope you guys have a fab weekend. Okay. So today is Fuccery Saturday, you guys, / Friday, and y'all know I have to recap what happened on Friday regarding Diddy's trial. All right, and then I have a couple of Fuccery Friday news articles to give you guys, and then that will be it. So go get you something to drink and relax in bed. If you are at work or you or wherever you're at, listen to me on the down low. You know what I'm saying? Listen or either watch on the down low. All right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Jermaine, what's up, what's up, what's up? Jermaine said like, comment, share, subscribe. Donate via super chat or super sticker or cash app at $ShadesTube, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Again, thank you guys so much, and let's go ahead and start off with this live. Okay, let me turn this music down a little bit, you guys. Let's turn this down just a tad. Leave it at 10. Okay, so first thing first, the Diddy recap. So anyway, yesterday, Diddy's trial basically remained largely focused on procedural matters and the ongoing efforts to protect the identity of the witnesses, okay? And they are really trying to protect Jane Doe's. They're really protecting Jane Doe, from the public knowing who she is, okay? Anyway, her testimony did conclude on Thursday, as we already know. Now, here are some key developments as of now. First thing and foremost, they did have a juror dismissal. That was denied for now. Now, Judge Submaranian, he is going to be looking into it to make sure, if he wants that dismissal to remain intact. And if so, then juror number 6 will not be returning. So as we know, on Thursday, when prosecution wanted juror number 6 to be gone, Judge Aaron Submaranian did not make an immediate ruling. All right. At that time, he had asked both sides, the prosecution and the defense attorneys, to submit written arguments regarding the jurors' alleged lack of candor. It appears the judge is taking the request seriously, but wanted to review all submissions before making a decision. So again, they are still trying to make sure that they keep this witness a secret. However, the defense team really does not like that. They really want this Jane Doe to reveal herself to the public. Okay. Also, they said the court continued to grapple with the tensions between the public's right to an open trial and the prosecution's desire to protect the identity of witnesses, especially Jane Doe. While Jane's direct testimony and cross-examination are complete, the defense continued to express concerns about the extensive sealing of documents and the exclusion of the public from certain discussions, arguing it undermines the transparency of the proceedings. Okay. So the next witness that they anticipate coming to the stand is, let's see, who is it? Let's see. I think I told you guys yesterday, but I forgot who I said. Let's see what did they say here. So they did say the prosecution is expected to call new witnesses as they move towards the end of their case presentation. Details about who these next witnesses might be or what specific testimony they would provide were not publicly detailed on Friday. But the prosecution has indicated they are nearing the conclusion of their case, possibly as early as next week. I did give y'all some names yesterday. I just don't remember who they were. But I did give you, I think, 2 people a possibility. So today they also, Friday, they also was, basically setting the stage for next week, and the week after that. the testimonies. All right. And they say they did that rather than dramatic new revelations from witnesses. So I don't think they did too much of anything else today or yesterday as far as the trial goes. Let's see what else they got here. Okay, let me see what else I can find. What did you say over here? You said Judge Submaranian is considering dismissing the juror number 6 due to allegations that he provided false information about where he lived, raising concerns about the jury's integrity. So Brendan Paul, the former assistant, is next week, and that's right, in a federal agent. That's what we just said last night. So that should be interesting to see. All right. Let's see if anything else happened today. What are you doing? You're in there using the bathroom? Oh no. Okay. Side kind of hurt today, you guys. Damn, tonight. Let's see here. Let's see what else came up. I know I got some more information with Diddy on my phone. Let me go look and see real quick. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this other stuff. And then we will have that. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I got to go here to WhatsApp to get it. So let's see here. So day 22. So something that I don't know if I brought this up a couple days ago regarding Diddy and what Jane Doe said. Let me just tell you guys about that real quick because I don't remember telling you guys about this. So let's see, 2 days ago when Diddy was on the stand, today is what? You may not know, it was yesterday actually, day 22, because Friday was day 23. So on day 22, Jane said Diddy kicked down 4 doors in her house. Then he kicked her, and then he put her in a chokehold and lifted her by the neck. So they use AI, and oh no, this is a react. You really want to look at that. You're not gonna watch that. So that's crazy. I don't know. I might have told you guys about this the other day. I'm not sure. So he kicked down 4 doors in her house, and then he kicked her, and then he put her in a chokehold, and then he lifted her up by the neck. Why? That's crazy. You said prosecutors are aimed to rest their case. Well, right, that's true. So Jonathan Perez testified. Let's look and see what he said today. I don't know why the thing missed all of that. Jim and I missed all of that. Let's see here. So that's crazy right there. What the hell are you doing? Huh? What was that? Did you kill him? Hold on, y'all. Let me put this on mute for a minute. Hold on. Got litter. Okay, I'll pick that. I'll get that up in a minute. Okay. I didn't know what this cat was doing, you guys. I know one thing. I got to get your stuff up out of here. Okay. Hold on, let me see what I was at. Okay, this cat now threw me off of Target. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, Perez, right? Jonathan. Is his name Jonathan? Let's see what you got up here. Yeah, Jonathan Perez. Let's see what he went over today. Y'all, I didn't get a chance to prepare today because I was so busy. So sorry about this. Oh, let's see what happened with him today. So let's see. So he testified he and his co-workers had to make sure Sean Combs was going to have everything he would need for 12 to 24 hours without having to, let's see here. Let's see what all he got here. Without having to do something, let's see. Jonathan Perez. Hold on, let me look up, see what they said. Hold on, y'all. All this stuff in this damn thing. And then they got all these series of questions too. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I got to get down here to it. So he finished his testimony today, Jonathan Perez. He got up there yesterday toward, when they got through with Jane Doe, right? Because I did tell y'all a little bit about him yesterday, I believe. Last night I did. Just can't put the number. All right, so they said that he did answer additional questions from the prosecution in defense. Let's see. He said he felt that setting up hotel rooms for freak-offs and picking up, DRUGS for Sean Combs were tasks that were personal in nature. And so he was asked if his title was personal assistant or business assistant. And Perez said the former. Okay. Okay, hold on, let's see here. So, hold on, let me see who's asking these questions. So, defense attorney Brian Steele asked him, did Jane seem to be hesitant about participating in freak-offs or king nights? He said, did she always appear to you that she was a willing participant? And Perez said, yes. Yes, she was a willing participant. Okay. And then defense attorney Brian Steele asked Perez, did Jane appear to you in any way upset or unhappy after the king night? And Perez said no. And so attorney Steele said, Perez said that he had a good relationship with Jane while he worked for Combs. Also, Jonathan Perez claimed he never saw Sean Combs strike a woman or anyone during his 3 years as the producer's assistant. What are you doing? He said under cross-examination, that's what he said. Now, Perez agreed with defense attorney Brian Steele that Combs dated many women at the same time, but said he did not hear Jane argue with his boss about other women. The defense tried to paint Jane as an extremely jealous woman who was less upset about her freak-offs with Combs than she was about his relationship with other women. Jonathan Perez also told the defense that the events he described to prosecutors earlier in the afternoon, setting up freak-offs obtaining, DRUGS, managing a staff crisis when Combs' videographer stumbled across a group of X videos. It made up about 1% of the work Perez did for Sean Combs. He also said he did not think he was paid for setting up the freak offs, and he considered those as personal tasks, not professional ones. Okay, so he did not think he was paid for doing those. Okay, so then defense attorney Brian still suggested Perez did them because he is professional, he's courteous, and Perez agreed. And then Jonathan Perez told the jury of events in September when Sean Combs was arrested and Perez quit as his assistant. He said, I thought it was a good time to leave to hopefully avoid a situation like this. He also said he still feels great about his former boss, same way he felt when he was leaving his employment. He has noted he is testifying under a subpoena against his wishes. He has also received an order of immunity in exchange for his honest testimony. He won't be charged for actions such as buying illicit DRUGS that he carried out for Combs. Jonathan Perez said that he was told to pick up his boss, Sean Combs, from a date night that went terribly wrong last year and bring a large sum of cash for Combs' girlfriend, known to the court as Jane. He said, need $3,500 cash ASAP for his guests. And that's what Perez wrote in a text shown to the jury. He said, I'm going to take it to her. That's what Diddy. No, that's what Perez said. He was going to take that money to her. Now, this account corroborates Jane's previous testimony that after Combs physically assaulted her, and that is a fight that she did acknowledge that she instigated, he called an adult film actor to her house for a freak-off. Jane said she protested and allegedly that Combs made her let the man in, gave her an ECSTASY pill in order her to perform oral on the unwanted visitor. It's disgusting. So let's see what else they got here. So Jonathan Perez also helped set up Jane's date night with Sean Combs last year. That date actually turned into an argument when Jane accused Combs of taking another woman with him on a trip to Wyoming. The couple then physically fought, after which Combs allegedly forced her to perform X acts on another man in a freak-off. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Now, Perez did say that Combs called him on a FaceTime on a certain date. He said his voice was raised, he was looking mad and annoyed. He said he also saw Jane, but she had her face turned away from the camera. According to her testimony, Combs has struck her repeatedly during the fight. It seemed like they had been arguing, Perez testified. Combs asked Perez to confirm whether another woman had gone with him to Wyoming. He said, I let him and Jane know there was not a female on the trip. That's what he told the jury. So like I said before, Jonathan did say his boss, Sean Combs, former boss, Sean Combs, or either a co-worker, he said Sean Combs asked him or either a co-worker to obtain DRUGS for him a handful of times. The drugs that he had them go get are Xanax, the white powder stuff, and Molly. He said he would procure these drugs from people by the name of Baby Girl and Guido and pay for them with cash from Combs' Gucci bag, security staff, or a top drawer. So the government showed a text exchange in which Perez reached out to a security worker confirming that he needed $700 for Guido. So they did say a Gucci pouch Sean Combs carried with him during King Nights, also known as Freakouts, would typically contain cash and DRUGS such as ketamine, Molly, Adderall. And that's according to Perez. Prosecutors showed two text exchanges between Perez and other members of Combs' staff. In one, a co-worker told Perez to grab the Gucci bag and make sure nothing fell out. He said, I zipped it up, no residue, and I didn't steal one addy. Now, in a group chat for Combs' assistants, Perez tested, I found items in the Balenciaga pouch that should never leave the Gucci pouch, adding a red heart emoji. Perez clarified in a follow-up text the white powder stuff. Y'all know what that is, COCAINE. Okay. Let's see what else they said. Let's see what they got here. So Jonathan Perez also said one of Sean Combs' videographers started screaming and freaking out in the defendant's private movie theater after he came across a video of Combs' girlfriend performing X acts on another man in 2023. All right? That's crazy. Hold on. So the videographer came across the video on an iPad typically used by the staff. The girlfriend, now ex, was the same woman who testified against Combs earlier this week, using the court-approved alias as Jane, Jane Doe. Combs was visible in the background of the shot. Now, Perez testified that he immediately told Combs and his chief of staff, Christina Coram, KK, about the video and said he was told by KK that he should have come to her only. Now, shortly afterwards, he said KK told him that someone outside the company had brought up the video in some capacity. So then the jury heard a phone call recording in which KK pressed Perez for details about who else may have seen the lewd video. Any housekeepers, the chef, anything, she asked. Perez testified that he failed to tell the chief of staff that an employee known as Chef K had been in the theater. He said, I was just trying to diffuse it and kind of minimize, I guess, the details, hoping it wasn't going to become a big thing, he said. Jonathan also said he would use cash or a corporate credit card to buy supplies for Sean Combs, free costs from stores such as Target, CVS, and Amazon. And he also went to some accessory shops. The former Combs assistant said staff would have between 2 hours and 1 day's notice to set up the X parties. Afterward, the room would be just a bit of messy and in disarray, just like lots of sheets and towels and oils. Perez said the staff would arrange a good meal, a massage for the tired-looking women after each section, or either an IV drip to put them to sleep. So let's see. So then Jonathan went on some more. He said, hold on, let me make sure this is right. So he said the women Sean Combs brought to the freak-offs were referred to by some of his staff as guests. Okay. Perez identified a woman who testified this week under, the alias Jane as one of the guests. When asked to elaborate on what that meant, Perez said a female friend, companion. I'm not sure exactly. The personal assistant said he was employed by Combs from December 2021 to September 2024, the month Combs was arrested on federal racketeering and ex-trafficking charges. Let's see, what else we got here? So Jonathan was still, talking up on the stand. So we already know that Jane and Sean Combs, called their freak-offs hotel nights, okay, hotel nights. And Jonathan Perez basically confirmed this. And he said they also called them king nights, okay? Perez testified he and his co-workers had to make sure Combs was going to have everything he would need for 12 to 24 hours without having to bother anybody, including liquor, music, food, drinks, and personal items, such as lubricant and a special packet of vital honey for enhancing a man's libido. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure I covered everything with this Perez dude, guys. Hold on for 1 second. Let me see what else he said. Okay. A lot of stuff in here. Let's see what else he said. I think I covered all these. I think I got all his testimony. So let's see. Okay. So I think I covered all his testimony. I believe I did. Let's see. And he did say all that stuff, the personal stuff that Sean had him doing. He said that only made up 1% of the work Perez did for Sean Combs. So Sean must have really been working him out. Okay, I think I covered all of that. Let's see. I sure did. So that juror number 6, who the judge dismissed, but he's looking back into that to make sure that's what he wants to do. That juror is a 41-year-old corrections officer. Okay. Now, they claim they dismissed him because he didn't tell the truth about something, allegedly. So he claimed that juror number 6 claimed that he lived with his fiance and daughter in the Bronx, but they said that he may actually live in New Jersey. So, I mean, that's a violation right there, because if you lie about something so simple, would you lie about anything regarding Diddy's trial? So that's probably one of the main reasons the judge dismissed him from jury. That could be one of the main reasons. Let's go ahead and read your comments, Jermaine. And hey, Tony Bands, what's up? What's up? Happy and blessed Saturday to you. Perez confirmed the night of a violent fight between Combs and Jane. Combs called him angry and accusing Jane of seeing another woman. Perez defended Jane to Combs. And then he said on later that evening, he helped organize a $3,500 payment for a separate escort, an act Perez called normal guest hottie, not African. I mean trafficking. What the heck am I talking about? So let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else. So like I said, Judge Submarinian said he would think about the dismissal over the weekend before he really intends to completely dismiss this dude, juror number 6. And that's juror number 6, the one who lied about, well, could have lied about what he stated. And as y'all already know, Kanye West actually came, okay? He made a very brief appearance at the courthouse on Friday morning, and he left about 40 minutes after he arrived. And then one of the reporters asked him, was he there to support Combs? And Kanye said yes. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So they said that during, I guess this is the day, yeah. And it was just, like when they talk about these articles, they tell you how Sean Combs was sitting, they tell you what he has on, and things like that. So anyway, they said Sean Diddy Combs was slumped over his chair during this debate about admissibility of exhibits. At one point, Combs laid his head on his forearms on the defense table. So, as far as that dismissal, the judge said he intends to dismiss juror number 6, but he would think about it over the weekend. So he did not formally dismiss him. Once he thinks about it, then he'll make his formal decision and stuff. And probably more than likely, probably still going to dismiss juror number 6, since they think that he lied about his address and don't tell him what else. So the defense attorneys want the juror number 6 to answer some questions, to see what's up with him. So let's see. So I think that's it with the updates with Sean Combs. And of course, the case will continue next week. And we'll be here to go over it again with you guys. I think I covered everything though. Do you think I missed anything, Jermaine? Hmm. So did I tell y'all this? Um, I think I talked about it before. Perez says that you said I didn't cover everything. Perez says he got a call from Combs on the night of 2024 when they had an altercation, right? So he said that he dropped off items at Jane's house to set up for her night with Combs on June the 18th, 2024. And then he said he later dropped off Combs. So a few hours later, he said Combs called him on FaceTime and he looked very angry and annoyed. His voice was raised. That's according to Jonathan Perez. He said he was asking me to confirm whether or not another female had been on a trip we went on the week prior. Perez told Combs no, and Combs thanked him before hanging up. Perez testified he saw Jane on the call, but her back was to the camera, so he never saw her face and she didn't speak. The call lasted about 20 seconds. And then the jury saw messages between Perez, Combs, and then Chief of Staff Christina Horan and Combs security guard Fahim. His name is Fahim. And this happened around June the 18th, 2024. It says, heads up, Kim, and guests are fighting. He said, I'm about to head back and pick him up. And then Perez also told Fahim that Combs wanted him to bring cash. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, I think I covered all this right here. So let's see here. So Perez testified he saw Jane on a call, but her back was to the camera, so he never saw her face, and she did not speak. Okay, so that's the call. So then the jury saw messages between Perez, Combs, and then KK and Combs security guard Fahim around June 18, 2024. I think I read this one. He said, heads up, Kim, and guests are fighting. I'm about to head back and pick him up. That's what Perez texted. Okay. And he also told Fahim that Combs wanted him to bring cash. Okay, let's see what else they got here. Right. We already talked about this Gucci bag and all this. Okay. Okay, let's see. And so, like I was telling you guys before, I said Kanye West arrived at the courthouse too. Okay. So he couldn't go into the actual court room because it was already filled. So they were trying to guide him to the overflow room. Okay, let's see what else we got. So let's see. They said court staff cleared the hallway around one of the courthouse overflow rooms. A security guard inside that overflow room told CNN he was instructed to clear a bench in the back for West and whoever was with him. West eventually went into an overflow room on a different floor. He sat there next to Christian Combs, who is one of Combs' sons. So he sat there a little while, and then he got up and left. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is a lot of stuff, y'all. It's a lot of stuff. But I did basically already went over this right here about that phone call. So they discussing this daggone video right here. There's a lot of stuff though. Let's see. So of course it was an actually explicit video of Jane and another man. So KK told Perez that she had got a call from someone outside the company talking about the video in some capacity. In that recording, Kay asked Perez to tell her step by step what happened when the video was found on the iPad, because an outside person brought up something about it. In the recording, Perez said a videographer found the video first, then he saw it. Perez told her that once he saw the video, he told Combs, "Hey, I found something on the iPad that the staff uses. I can lock it up for you. I can. You can delete it. Just wanted you to make the decision." And then Perez said that Combs deleted the video. Let's see here. So Perez did tell the jury that Combs thought his phone or data may have been compromised. And KK mentioned that Combs wanted an investigation to happen regarding the video and how it got on that device. So this is a trip. So in the recording, Perez told KK that he thought the video looked like it was a setup and filmed on that iPad. Perez said he never spoke to KK about it again, but at some point after that, Combs' head of security, Fahim Muhammad, asked him about the day the video was found. Perez testified he relayed the same story he told KK, and it never came up again. Okay, let's see what else we got. Thanks, Jermaine. I think I uncovered mostly everything. I can't cover every single detail, but I think I covered the most important things. I'm trying to open up this page, right, to make sure I got everything within. Okay. So what do y'all think about this trial? And do you think that's fair for the judge to dismiss juror number 6? If juror number 6 did lie about his home address, then I can understand why the judge dismissed him. Okay? But if he didn't do it the way they trying to present it, then I think they should just basically investigate fully and then go from there. Period. You said the RICO part has been proven. Okay, so why do you say that? Let's see. Hold up, I'm just typing this in here. Except it's like cat. I know she's in this video. She's sleeping. Let's see. Oh no, they talking about something else now. Okay, let's see. I was just reading what they said here. Hold on. I'm trying to see what this says. So you said first he obstructed justice by trying to hide the case Cassie tapes, and he used his organization to do that. Yeah, you're right. That's crazy. I'm trying to see how they're gonna get out of that one then. Because you're right, he used this organization to do it. But is that all they need for that RICO? I forget how many elements must be proven for the RICO. Let's see. But it did say, yes, the RICO part of the charges against Sean Diddy Combs has been presented. As we already know, he is charged with leading a racketeering conspiracy, which involves operating a criminal enterprise under the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, better known as RICO. The prosecution alleges his business empire was used to facilitate and conceal criminal activities, including kidnapping, arson, robbery, and forced labor, in addition to ex-trafficking. The RICO charges allow the prosecution to present evidence of these predicate acts or bad acts. Yeah, he could have definitely violated, and it could possibly definitely be a RICO. It looks like it can be. You said 2 elements. Yeah, I think they say only 2 elements too, if I'm not mistaken. So he did seem like, just looking at the definition, it does seem like he was leading everybody. You keep hearing people say, Sean told me to go buy this, Sean told me to buy this, or either, somebody else told them to do certain things. Now, I said that the bribery, I could see it. I said that the other day. And something else I said I could see. The bribery, yes. That's crazy. Let's see how many elements you need. I think it is 2 elements. Okay, let's see. How many elements do you need in a RICO charge? Let's see. So they said a RICO charge requires proof of an existing enterprise a pattern of racketeering activity and the defendant's involvement in both, all impacting interstate or foreign commerce. Okay. So we did go over all of this before about the elements, the RICO, the elements in order to say it's a RICO. We talked about all this stuff before. Well, I mean, he could have had security and assistance, because he is a star. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, that's definitely organization. That's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. I think that's it with the Sean Combs stuff, though, because I think I pretty much summed everything up for Friday. And I don't know for sure if Jonathan finishes testimony today or if they are, you know, finishing up next Monday with the rest of it. But I do not know for sure. All right. So we're going to move on from Sean Combs, you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of Fuckery Friday / Saturday news stories, okay? This is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. I was going to ask you a question, but I guess it still would be like a RICO, regardless. Because I was like, okay, so we do know he asked some of his employees to go get DRUGS and things like that. But what if he was just asking them as not, just like, because the one guy said this was like personal. It wasn't like for business. Maybe all these things he was doing was on a personal level. But I guess since he involved his employees, I guess that's has a key role in it plays a key role in the RICO charges. Because it seems like it was something that I think Perez said that makes me wonder if he knows in detail all about RICO. I'm trying to think what it was I was going to tell you guys. Y'all know I'm halfway asleep, but I'm trying to think. There was something I was going to say. I can't remember it. But maybe that is, let me think. Maybe that is the reason why he had other people doing stuff for him. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And I think that was Perez who said that he did not look at this as, when he did those errands, set up, and when he did the errands and then he set up the hotel rooms and all that, Perez said he did not look at that as nothing professional. It was personal. So maybe they discussed, I'm just throwing this out here, I don't know if this is true. Maybe him and Sean Combs discussed everything and realized if certain words are not used and things like that, then he can't be charged with a RICO because he can always say that this was personal. This wasn't business. You know what I'm saying? This was my personal time, not my business time. And I'm just thinking that's the reason why he probably did what he did, to cover himself later on in the future in case something happens. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Okay. Oh, okay, that's right. Right, that's true. That is definitely true. Been staring at me for the longest. All right. So we've been talking about Sean Combs for about an hour now, y'all. We're gonna wrap that on up and stuff. Because like I told you, I'm tired tonight. And I'm gonna go ahead and go over two of these little stories, and then that's gonna be it. Hold on, let me see what I got right here. I didn't even change my header tonight because I didn't even feel like doing it. Let's see. So let's see. So did y'all know that the judge he declares a mistrial on rape count in Harvey Weinstein's ex crimes retrial? Let's see what they say real quick. I'm kind of waiting on this to come up. Let's see here. So a New York judge declared a mistrial on the third-degree rape count in Harvey Weinstein's ex-crimes retrial. Anyway, the foreman had told Judge Curtis Barber on Wednesday that he was afraid to be in the same room with fellow jurors after he claimed they yelled at him to try and change his mind. Asked if he would be willing to go back to the deliberation room Thursday, the foreman said, "No, I'm sorry." Farmer then dismissed the remaining jurors. So anyway, he was accused of actually assaulting 3 women over a decade ago in New York City. The mistrial comes a day after the jury convicted Weinstein on 1 count of criminal X act involving Mimi Haley and acquitted him of another count of criminal X act involving Kasia Sokola. The third count related to an alleged assault on an aspiring actress named Jessica Mann in 2013. All 3 women have publicly come forward, and they all are going to testify during the trial. Okay. So they said that Harvey, he had a mistrial on his grape count. All right, it is what it is. Hey, young Liz, what's up? So let's see what else, what other fuck we got, okay? So they did do a recall on Dr. Pepper soda. This the zero sugar one. So y'all just type that into Google and you will see the recall. Just say Dr. Pepper zero sugar recall, and then it should come up. So let me tell y'all this little story. I forgot to tell y'all earlier about y'all know this is about Sean Diddy Combs. You just can't get out of it, get away from him right now. But anyway, let's see here. So Hitmaker, he alleges that Diddy hit on him at Sean Diddy's Star Island mansion. All right. So let's see exactly what he said. He said this happened around Saturday night on June the 7th. And was also caught by the Neighborhood Talk VIA Instagram. Okay, so first off, the singer explained that he tried to squash an unclear beef between the 39-year-old producer and the bad boy mogul. Berg stood his ground on Diddy. Ray J remarked about Diddy He said, I tried to get Bird to squash his beef with Diddy. That ninja was like, F no. He said, I'm my own ninja. I'm about to get on my own yacht and I'm about to go do my own songs with my own team. I don't give a F-U-C-K. And so he said, I never told you this story. Diddy be doing some real wild shit, allegedly. He said, shout out to Diddy. That's what Ray J said. And then he said something wild that I can't even really say on stream. So Bird continued, and Ray pressed him to elaborate. He said, bro, he was like, come here, you little pretty mother effer. I was like, we at his crib, we at Star Island, and I'm like, huh? And then he like, yo, I made mother effers forget that such and such was this. Imagine when I put my arms around your little fine ass. And then this dude claimed he said what? All right. So I don't know if this dude is telling the truth or not. Let me let y'all hear because maybe it'll sound better if they say it to you guys because y'all know I'm half asleep up here. Let me let y'all hear them tell you about it. Hold on, let me turn this music off. My live is about to be like somebody else's, all sounding all sleepy and shit. And hold on, let me let y'all hear this.
Shout out to Diddy. So me and Diddy was in the bathroom, right? And
this is allegedly.
Yo, look, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all another story too, cause that's crazy. I ended up somehow in the bathroom too. Pause. You was in the bathroom with Diddy too? No. Talk about your bathroom experience. Pause. So we're having an exclusive interview with Hitmaker. He's about to break down his bathroom experience with Diddy, and I'm gonna break down mine after.
I'm not gonna let y'all listen.
So mine was deep. Story short, that's nasty work. I'm sorry. This is the reality check. So long story short, I was at Atlantic Records and I was a little frustrated at the time because LA Reid offered me a label deal and I went back to Atlantic and I was like, yo, y'all gotta let me get this $2 million. LA want to give me $2 million in my pocket as an advance. But Atlantic ended up making it right and they ended up giving me more money and blah, blah, blah. That's how that shit happened. But I was a little frustrated because I felt like I did a lot of good work and they wasn't giving me my just due. So I called Diddy and I'm like, bro, you've been in this situation before. I remember reading documentaries and seeing shit where you was at your wit's end with Andre Harrell, then you went and got your deal with Clive Davis and shit like that, blah, blah, blah. He like, come to my house, talk to me. I'm like, all right, bet. So I was in Mexico at the time. I come back to LA. I get there.
What happened? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what happened. Why did it just cut off? It's crazy ass phone. Hold on, y'all. Always be some technical difficulties, don't it? I wanted him to say it. No, what happened? Okay, let me see if I can pull it up on TikTok. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up on TikTok. Hitmaker. Okay, let me go to that. Let me see real quick. TikTok. Wait, now I don't have to do all that. I'm thinking I'm on the damn big computer. I can just go to TikTok on my phone. Okay, Hitmaker. Let's see if I can get the video on here. Hold on, let me pull this down. So, okay, let's get into this like this. I thought I turned this shit down. Let me do this like this. Okay, now let me do it. Hitmaker. Said Diddy hit on him. Let's see. Because we want to hear him say it. Because it sound better when the person said it. Okay, I think this is it right here. Hopefully it doesn't cut off again. Wait.
That nigga was like, fuck no, I'm my own nigga. I'm about to get on my own yacht. I'm about to go do my own songs with my own team. I don't give a fuck about Everman. Story. Hey, yo, look, so like, this why, like, Diddy.
I can show y'all this. Let me show it to y'all.
Shout out to Diddy.
This is on TikTok.
I was, He said something wild. I can't even really
I can
say
show y'all
it.
here.
You got to. Bro, he was like, come here, you little pretty motherfucker. I was like,
That
at
sounds
the
just
end of
like
the
Diddy.
day, bro, like, nah. Like, I'm like, we at his crib, we at Star Island. I'm like, huh? He like, yo, I made motherfuckers forget that such and such was this. Imagine when I put my arms around your little fine ass. I said, what? Come here, you little pretty motherfucker. I was like, birds to this
I
ground.
told you it was gonna sound better when you said, okay, let's see. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that Diddy said this to this dude? He said you can't believe nothing Hitmaker said. He did everything possible for for fame. So he's saying he lied? Okay. Let's see what some of these other people are saying about him. Somebody said, why tell it now when he on trial? Why not then when it happened, right? Somebody said that Hitmaker had underage trans girls coming to his crib, so they can't take him seriously. That's what they just said. Shit. Okay, so he did, huh? Oh, I'm looking at something. Hold on. Okay. He knocked out. Okay, let's see what else somebody said. Okay, people laughing. Let's see what else other people are saying. Somebody said if a man says that to a boy, the boy would do what Young Bird just said. If a man says that to another man, there will be blood. You know who else said that somewhat similar? It was Terrence Howard who said that. He said a man will bust you in your face or something if you talk to him, if you try to hit on him. That's what Terrence Howard said, something like that. I'm not exactly in my words, but he said something similar to that. And then he said a boy will basically, you know, handle it like this dude handled it. That's, basically, but yeah, it is what it is. That's tripped out though. You say you cannot believe that. He said probably was Diddy's boyfriend. You never know. You never know. Let's see what else we got here. So yeah, I just thought that was beef with Diddy. That nigga was I just thought that was a damn trip. Nigga, I'm about to get on my own yacht. I'm about to go do my own phone, man. My own team. Why is the damn volume not going down? I think I gotta erase some of the stuff on my phone. That's why I be acting up. Okay, hold on. I got to erase some of this stuff off this phone. But yeah, that's some damn tripped out ass information right there. I don't know if it's true or not. People say this dude lies all the time. And then Tony Band said you can't believe shit he says either. And then the other commenter said he had underage transy chicks or whatever in his one home, so you can't believe him. But you never know. Because there's a lot of weird shit, been said about Diddy. You just never know. So let's see what else. Let's see what else I got here. Okay, let's see. I'll be reading other stuff, y'all. Wait a minute, hold on for a minute. Let me get the other story. So we got Hitmaker. Talked about him. I know we already talked about this too. Let's see what else I got. I don't want to tell y'all about no daggone crimes and stuff. Let me see if I got anything else. They claim that Diddy also allegedly owes a mystery hip hop collective money and could face more lawsuits. Now let's see what they're saying in here. Hold on, let's see. Yep, they said that he could face more lawsuits due to his alleged debts. Let's see. But they just said take this with a grain of salt because they do not know if this is 100% true. They claim that he could possibly have a label related debt. Again, they said that they are not. They said it's not. They said it's unclear what all of this means or if it's even true. Let's see. So they claim that he was dealing with some mysterious street affiliated hip hop collective to whom Combs allegedly owes money. So I don't know if that's true or not. I was meaning to tell you guys this a couple of days ago, but I forgot. But that's what they claim. But you know what? You never know. You never know. Okay, you never know. So let's see what some of these people are saying. Somebody said the rest of his life will be prison or silver suits if he does get out. He should just enjoy being a good prison wife and leave it at that. He's got plenty of experience. Somebody else said, drain that account, take that. All that's left will be the offshore accounts, worthless cash in his hands. Plus, God wants his 10%. Give it up, or he will take it from you. Everyone is put on notice. Start being humble with the cash, or you will stumble and fumble. Okay. So like I said, I don't know if that's true or not. It could be. It may not be. With these stars, you can never tell. They could be owing money to many different people and you would never know. So that could be true. We don't know for sure. Allegedly. That's why we use that word. Anyway, let's look at this prediction that Harvey Weinstein's attorney made about the Diddy's case. Okay, real quick. So let's see. Okay, let's see what he says. I'm just looking at this. I don't want to read everything. I just want to go down to what this man said. Let's see what this damn attorney said. Let's see, y'all. So the attorney who previously represented Harvey Weinstein, he thinks it won't be easy for prosecutors to uphold racketeering charges against Sean Diddy Combs. He said, from the testimony I have heard so far, the prosecution still apparently they have a week of evidence left. They got their work cut out for them to make this a RICO case. Okay. Let's see what a couple of these commenters are saying. Somebody said the federal charges have not been proven yet. It's going to be tough. Get a conviction. Somebody say, isn't going to be tough. He is going to just share that, you know what, penalty. That's where he is going. I doubt very seriously, even if he's found guilty, he's going to some damn DEATH penalty. That's stupid. That's very stupid, okay? Somebody said charging one person with a RICO is like charging one person as an entire gang. And then another commenter said, I don't think the evidence supports the charges. Wrong charges. Much to do about nothing. These people are all adults and consented. They wanted to be with him. They wanted his money. The way the Homeland Security and feds behaved was over, you know what? It's women who love that life. So somebody said they give people 2 to 4 years for raping children, 10 years probation. Nowhere in this case, guilty or not, does this man deserve a life sentence. Somebody said reasonable doubt. Another person said, well, hopefully he will be charged with something in jail for a time. Much of what he has been accused of is foul. Diddy is having a hard time now, so anytime he gets as punishment is good enough for me if he is proven guilty. So yeah, that's a damn true. He definitely should have. No, that's gonna be a trip. You know, they got to definitely, they got to definitely do their job if they want to do, if they want to convict him on a RICO. So a lady here bought a $2 scratcher, you guys, at a liquor store, and she won the Set for Life game. You know, and let's see what day this was. Oh, she won this way back in March. She won $2 million. No. Let's see. No, they will be paying her $4,000 per month for the next 25 years. How old is this lady? So it's like a total of $1.2 million over time. Okay. So she played a 200X scratchers ticket for $2. And the top prize is $10 million. Well, congratulations to her. So who is this right here took all this money? So this other person, let me see how much this other person won. So I didn't know they didn't. The state of California does not tax lottery winnings. Okay. So anyway, congratulations to her. That's really sweet and a blessing. And hopefully, she does the right thing with her money. So I played a scratch off right the other day, just $1 one. Okay, and I won like $30 off of that. And then 2 weeks ago, I played one and won like $88 off of it. So some of those cards are pretty good to play. Some are a waste of money, but for the most part, some of those cards like the eights games, those are some pretty good tickets with a lot of winning tickets. So anyway, guys, I'm getting ready to get off of this day on internet. I'm tired. This has been a long week doing all these damn lives, doing these countryway reaction videos, doing the YouTube shorts, the Dollar Tree hauls, and the mini shopping hauls on my other channel. A lot of stuff I didn't get a chance to do this week because I forgot to do my top 10 things that you can buy at Dollar Tree. So I guess I'll do a pre-recorded video and then just post it and stuff. Maybe over the weekend or maybe next week. But thanks to everybody for being here. Sorry, I hope I didn't bore you too much. I got tired when I got up on this damn live and stuff, but I wanted to get it out the way because you can't really get behind on the Diddy trial. Because, you know, Monday, new stuff, then you're behind, then talk about Friday and things like that. I can't wait till the daggone court case is over, though, because damn. And do y'all think Diddy is going to be convicted? Just say what you think in the chat. Or do you think it'll be a mistrial or something else? And that juror, I don't understand why if he did, I don't understand why he said that about where he lives at. And also all that laughing and things that he was doing and nodding his head. He shouldn't have did all of that. You know? Goodness. Thank you, Jermaine. But anyway, guys, tomorrow, well, later on today, I'm going to do my reaction video. Then, of course, on Sunday, my latest Dollar Tree Live will go up. And I'll probably do my living room area. Show you guys how I got it decorated. So a lot of stuff I'll be putting up over the weekend, so make sure you check it out. As far as these lives, these night owl lives, I'll be back Monday night. And you guys have a blessed weekend. And if I get bored or something, or just feel like I need to do another Fuccery Sunday or something live to replace this one, stop, then I will. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Monday. You said that a mistrial, huh? I can see a mistrial happening. I really can. It's going to be a trip, though. It's going to be a trip. All right. So anyway, thanks to Jermaine for being here like always. Let's see us. Thanks to Tony Bands for being here like always. You have a good night at work, Tony Bands. Thanks to Young Riz for dropping by. Have a good day, Young Riz. Thanks to everybody in the bushes, everybody watching this in the replay. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And make sure you have a blessed weekend. And I will see you guys on Monday with another live. This is Shades Tube. And I am about to get out of here, y'all. Let me go ahead and change these up first. All right, y'all. And thanks, Jermaine. I used to study that.
Yo.
Wait a minute, let me turn this off first. I always do this every time. You got to turn this off. Okay, there you go. Now, good night, y'all. See y'all on Monday. Have a blessed weekend. Peace out. Let's see which one is.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades Tube, baby. She back again. Woo! Woo! Mic hot, crowd lit. friends. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's a late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's a late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like.